Jean Pullen. I'm a principal engineer at Southface Energy Institute. Southface is an environmental nonprofit located in Atlanta, Georgia. Our mission is to promote sustainable homes, workplaces, and communities through education, research, advocacy, and technical assistance. So being a service provider in the National Building Competition was a perfect fit for us.
My name is Robbie Slocum. I'm the Executive Director for the Boys and Girls Club serving Chattooga, Gordon, Murray, and Whitfield counties in the North Georgia area. Our mission at the Boys and Girls Club is to enable all young people, especially those who need us most, to reach their full potential as productive, caring, responsible citizens. And we joined in this partnership, and it's made an amazing impact.
In 2014, Southface worked with 14 Boys and Girls Clubs in the Southeast on a pilot program funded by the JPB Foundation. And we were trying to demonstrate the economic and environmental benefits of high-impact energy and water efficiency improvements in their facilities. The goals were to reduce utility expenses by 20% annually, similar to the National Building Competition goals, and to improve conditions in facilities so that they could be better used in support of the organization's mission. 12 clubs were able to complete their projects in time to compete in the annual competition. The competition incentivized everyone to do their absolute best in order to maximize their utility cost savings, minimize their environmental impacts, and tell their success stories to a national audience as well as their own communities. And our program requires maintenance of an Energy Star portfolio manager account, so competing in the National Building Competition was a great fit and a simple fit for us. Southface completed regional energy and water assessments for each of the clubs, and we also have a pretty hands-on approach in assisting with project implementation. And then we continue to work with the clubs throughout the competition and also afterward to illustrate the potential impact of a collaborative approach. To the boot camp this year. So the way we maintain momentum throughout the year, and I guess in this case in the future boot camp, we will get started early by providing statistics to our teams so that they can see how they fare compared to their peers. So in the case of our team last year, we had several clubs that were already being very efficient, and they kind of led or set the pace for our team. And you can see some of those are over, they remained in first place throughout our INTRA-TEAM competition. We had the lowest energy use per member, lowest energy use per square foot, and similarly for water, we shared those statistics with everyone, and these statistics kind of helped everyone gauge where they were relative to their peers in terms of efficiency. We've provided ongoing technical support to the Boys and Girls Clubs All-Stars team, and this included things such as reminders about setting their holiday schedules on their HVAC systems, unoccupied temperature set points. We also provided individual support as needed to address specific problems, and these were usually related to building automation systems or thermostat settings. We had view-only access to most of everyone's systems so that we were able to log in and check to see how everyone was doing and provide feedback. So the benefits to the service provider, to us, was we got quite a bit of recognition out of this. We had one article in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution that read, "Finally, an Atlanta team that's #1 at something," which we thought was pretty funny and exciting. And also our first place position in the National Building Competition in the water category got us a place on the EPA blog, which was really exciting for us. And last, the Urban Green Council awarded us an EB award, which is an award for excellence in existing buildings, in the All Together Now category.
We went in this partnership really looking at how our organization could benefit. One of the key things when we started out was, hey, how can we get these fluorescent light bulbs replaced and then it has turned into something more and an impact that's really helped us out in a lot of different ways. The key part of it is collecting data and be part of a data system where we can see how other organizations use this program, feedback from the professionals and the people who are the experts, and seeing how we can do some things a little bit differently. But it's been great because we've been able to report our success to our board leadership, as well as this has now become a big selling point to our funders and supporters who help keep our organization going. It's a great partnership. And honestly, this has been an amazing catalyst for our organization, and has opened up doors and has become a big part of the new language we're speaking, and it helps us promote more of what we're doing. It was great to be able to see the data when we saw at the beginning how much water we were consuming and how much water we have used as well, done as well. We've actually seen a reduction of 62% of water usage, and that's been done by using high-performance plumbing, as well as some other key things with our HVAC. We've seen energy savings as well as with the LED lights that has really made an impact. But the biggest one was our water savings with the plumbing support. The benefits, you know, when it comes to a nonprofit, it's all about how to raise money or save money. And the big thing that we've seen is close to $9,500 annual savings, which that has impacted us saving for us to be able to use it some other different ways. We can use it to help fund a staff person. We can use it to help serve 15 plus more kids on a daily basis. One of the things that, with this partnership that has changed is how we look at other programs that we're using. We currently have desktop computers in a lot of our computer labs, which take up space and they take up energy. They run more energy, and they keep those rooms very hot. So we've got a great partnership that we're looking to start with Verizon, which they're going to help us do tablets, which will enable us not only to save energy, but keep the cooling costs down, but also let our kids have more access to technology than ever before. So there's a lot of different things that we've been able to do with this partnership, not only saving the money, but also it's created a new language and changed the environment of how we operate overall.
And Robbie's Club is saving $9,500 per year in energy and water costs, but our whole team of 12 clubs reduced energy use by 39%, water use by 50%, and total utilities costs by 41%, or a total of $134,000 per year. And we're still improving. We still monitor our team, and we're still reporting on their statistics to see how it can be.
It's interesting. I recently sent out an email out to our board, our regional board, and talked about us, how we won an award, and how the partnership has grown. And they've been amazed and sent us some strong compliments. One of the presidents of Shaw Industries, which is a large carpet company here in town, was very pleased with how we're saving the energy, and not only saving the energy, but conserving our natural resources, which makes a big impact, as well as an email from the Vice President of the Chamber of Commerce. These people are seeing that it's not just our organization that we're impacting, but we're impacting our organizations on our regional impact as well as in our natural impact.
And now we'd like to just show everyone briefly some of the projects that were implemented during the course of our program. And the first one is something I mentioned a few minutes ago, but we have installed wireless web-based thermostats in several of the clubs that didn't already have building automation systems to control their HVAC systems. So these are, as they're web-based, we have view-only access, so we're able to log in and see how set points and temperatures and occupancy, these web thermostats have integral occupancy sensors, so we can see when the building is occupied, make sure the systems are running concurrent with occupancy, and it really helps us give the clubs good feedback. All of our clubs installed LED lighting and occupancy or vacancy control and we are reducing power use by about 50% and energy use even more than that, between 60 and 65% with the controls in place, while improving lighting quality as well. And for all of our stairwell lighting and other egress lighting, or lighting in other areas with little traffic, we're using bi-level controls so that when no one's present, when no one is in place, they go to a low mode. And similarly, outdoors, we're using integral photocells and motion sensors. We're getting about 90% savings on our outdoor lighting systems. These outdoor, the bi-level outdoor lights also support dark skies initiatives, which I think will be becoming more important. And we installed spray foam insulation, which improves thermal infiltration of outside air. And the club that performed best on our team, as well as took first place nationally in the water category, was the Southface Boys and Girls Club in Northwest Georgia. And they accomplished this by replacing all of their plumbing fixtures with high-performance fixtures, and they also installed a rainwater harvesting system to collect and store rainwater for their garden. One of our clubs had an older pool that turned out to have quite a few leaks, and so under the program we helped them locate and repair the leaks, and then after those corrections were made, they installed a pool cover which saves water and reduces energy losses through the evaporation process. It also saves chemicals and improves air quality too. So those are examples of the projects we implemented, and we're ready for any questions.
One question right off the bat, actually, question probably for Andy, I would say, is what's the time investment for participants, and maybe actually for Jean and Robbie too, but how much of a lift is this for organizations that might be thinking about competing but wondering what they're taking on?
You know, honestly, it was getting started, being new to the program. There was a lot of information, but I'll tell you this, you know, the partnership is key, and Jean and the team was very helpful. They were very, willing to help us in a lot of different ways, and really educating us on a lot of the things that we could do differently. And that's been a key to our success, is having support people around who can teach us and train us and open up our eyes to more things.
Great.
And I'll just chime in. This is Andy Schnitzer. I think what we try to do on our side is, especially this year, try to provide you as much communication material as we can that speaks to activities that you can implement. So particularly this year, if you look on our website, our activity kits are really, task-oriented and easy to pull down. And so depending on what kind of clients you're working with, what types of buildings, there are a variety of things that you can pull down and give to people to post inside the buildings, give to people, send to people via email. So we really do try to make it easy with off-the-shelf materials to do a lot of the communication, because a large part of making these things work is getting people to do what you want them to do.
Right, and I'd like to add something to that. One of the things that we've noticed is that even if people are a little skeptical or reluctant at first, once they start seeing the cost savings and they start reporting those cost savings to their leadership, it just becomes very easy, and they get excited and they start thinking about more things that they can do, and that's really what Robbie's been doing all along. So it's really opinion.
Fantastic. We got one more question in here. We're just about at time, but maybe we can answer quickly. And those of you who have to jump off certainly understand, but we'll try to answer this one here. Someone asked, could you discuss how you introduced to the end users, the tenants, the occupants, the idea of changing their behavior? Did you do community meetings or an eco-charrette? Just how do you approach that, that idea of introducing behavior change?
Well, we worked with each club individually at first during the assessment process and talked about, you know, why certain things are important. And earlier, even if someone is skeptical at first, we try to encourage them to take baby steps, you know, not going necessarily to a setback, a winter setback of 55 right away. If that's a concern to them, they can start at 60, you know, and just inch down a degree or so every once in a while until they're comfortable and they realize that everything's still working fine. So it just takes a lot of patience because they're usually realized pretty quickly. And as long as they come back in the building and it's fine the next day, you know, they get used to the idea. I think it's pretty common misconception that it takes more energy to warm up or cool down a building than it saves to turn things off, which is kind of startling, but we even have contractors that argue with us about that. So just little things like that, just working with them.
Great, so being patient, taking time and meeting people where they are.
Well, it's taking a paradigm shift too, is looking at things in a different way instead of the way that you've always done it.
Yep. Well, we're just past the half hour, and I want to respect our time commitment here. Andy or Tracy, do you want to close us out with any final words for our attendees?
Again, I just want to echo your thanks to everybody who attended, and also to the Southface and to the Boys and Girls Club. Please take a look at energystar.gov/Battle of the Buildings. There's a lot of information up there. And feel free to get in touch with us if you have any questions. And thanks again for joining.